Hello everyone, I am Alka1993 and welcome to this Pokemon Vortex video. Today's video is going to be a hunting video. We're going to be hunting for a very specific legendary Pokemon. I'm on Route 6, and if you happen to know the encounter table, or you paused the video and you looked it up, you'll know that the legendary Pokemon in this area is Dratenire, a Pokemon Vortex custom Pokemon. And now I don't have all the Dratenires yet. I still need the Shiny, the Dark, and the Shadow. Shadow and Shiny being the most difficult to find because they're slightly rarer than the other variants. However, Dratenire isn't the legendary I'm actually looking for. And there's a reason it's not just me and maybe one or two others here on Route 6. There's others too. Because there's an event going on. Arceus Fire, one of the unreleased types of Arceus, is now available in Pokemon Vortex. Excuse me. And the event has it be available in 5 different areas. Well, 7 really, if you look at the details. Let's take a look at what Discord says. The Fire God Arceus special event, starting December 3rd at midnight GMT. Now, I understand this is the end of the 4th already when this goes live. I didn't make it immediately when this was announced, so I apologize about that. But there are still, as this video will premiere, just over 2 days, just over 48 hours still remaining for this event. So if you depended on me to know when the event will be going on, then I apologize for being late. But you still have just over 24 hours if you're watching this as it goes live. Arceus Fire, a full 6 variants will be coming to Pokemon Vortex. It ends at December 6th at a minute before midnight. So yeah, as I said, 48 more hours remaining, just a bit over once this video is live. All 6 variants will be coming to Pokemon Vortex. We'll be spotting in the following locations for 4 days at a legendary encounter rate for both day and night in the grass cave and cave floor, so not in the water. Route 6, Route 7, Route 8. Craggy Stairway and Scorched Sanctum all floors. Now this says 5 areas, but Scorched Sanctum has 3 different floors. I know there's the lava area, and then there's just top floor and bottom floor. That's what I call it. You have top floor, you have bottom floor, you have lava floor. That's all 3. So that's 3 different areas with 3 different encounter tables. So really there are 7 areas total where Arceus Fire can appear. Now I checked them all, because especially if it's an Ultra Beast rarity, it might be important, or rare encounters. But all of these areas, including the 3 different ones for Scorched Sanctum, have a legendary Pokemon appear in them. Some I already have, even at all variants. Some I don't, such as with Dratenire. I chose to hunt in Route 6. Sometimes I'll choose to, based on, because I have a really nice patch of grass, a really long area where I can go left and right without having to continuously go left, right, because I find that pretty annoying if I have to do that. But I chose Route 6 due to the fact that Dratenire is there, and that was one of the legendaries where I still need a couple of variants from. And the reason why it is, I looked at that, which other legendary is available, and if there even is a legendary, is because when a Pokemon is generated to be encountered in the wild, the first thing the game would make, I suppose, select randomly still, but randomly selects what kind of encounter is it, in terms of common encounter, rare encounter, legendary encounter, Ultra Beast encounter, assuming Ultra Beast is even a thing, because a lot of areas don't actually have an Ultra Beast. If it chooses legendary encounter rates, then it's which Pokemon, assuming there's more, but normally there's only one. And then variants. That's the way I look at it. Effectively, it works like that. It might be in a slightly different order, but effectively, this is how I look at it, and I believe it doesn't change the maths about it in terms of the chances. But it looks at a legendary. Now, if there would normally not be a legendary in the area, and Arceus Fire then would spawn in that area as a legendary encounter, and then if you got that chance of, hey, we're giving you a legendary encounter, it's always going to be Arceus Fire. However, because every area that Arceus Fire can appear in has another legendary, such as in Route 6, it being a Dratenire, once you get to the chance of, hey, you are getting a legendary, it's still a 50% chance. Because then it's either the Arceus Fire that most people will be looking for, or the Dratenire. and then it's still, then there's the chance of you're going to get a normal or a metallic or a shadow or something like that. But purely is it going to be an Arceus Fire or the other one, that doesn't matter. So your chances don't change in the different areas. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no higher chance in Scorched Sanctum Lava Floor compared to Route 8 or Route 7 compared to Route 6. They all have one legendary that normally can't spawn there. Arceus Fire is the second one. So if you find it, it's a 50-50 chance if you even find a legendary in the first place. But however, it is also a legendary Pokemon, and therefore it is just really hard to encounter one. It can take hours before you even find one, and then it might still be, in my case in Route 6, the Dratonire. Now, because of that, I chose Route 6 for Dratonire, just in case I do encounter Dratonire. I'm looking for the Arceus Fire now, because it's only available for only 4 different days. But it's not too bad of a thing if I find a Dratonire, especially if it's one of the ones that I don't have yet, which is Shiny Shadow and the one other that we just checked. I'd be a little annoyed that we found a legendary but not the Arceus, but I'd still be happy that it's a Dratonire. Now, any other floor, I don't remember. Let's say Entei is one of the other legendaries in one of the other areas. I don't actually know for sure, because I don't remember what legendaries are in the other areas. But let's say Entei, for the sake of this argument, Entei is one of the Pokemon we could encounter as a legendary in one of the other areas. Entei, I already have all variants of. I have Dark, I have Metallic, I have Mystic, I have Shiny, Shadow, and the standard one. So if in there, it would again be the 50-50 chance if there's a legendary encounter, either Entei or Arceus Fire. If I find Arceus Fire, nice, amazing, because that's the event Pokemon, that's the one most of us want. If it's Entei, then it's like, I guess, yay, legendary encounter, but I already have it. Sure, I could trade it away. Sure, I could sell it on Pokebay, but I want to fill the Pokedex. I want to have things that I do not have yet. I already have a lot of Pokemon, including legendaries. So, it would be much better for me to have that added chance of getting another legendary that I don't have yet. In my case, I chose Dratonire. Than something like Entei, which I already have all variants of. That is why I chose this area. There can be many different reasons. Like a lot of people don't go for the Pokédex. It's like, hey, event, let's play the event, and then they focus on that, and then that's it. And then they hope they just get a couple Arceus, and if they don't, then that's sad they don't. Other people that go for the Pokédex don't look at the area. They just want the Arceus Fire because it's available for a limited time. They might choose an area where you can just walk around a lot. Scorched Sanctum has areas where you can walk around for a lot farther. Let's say to around here, and then left, right. Maybe if you go up and down a little bit, that is what might happen. Like I could choose. There's definitely Scorched Sanctum in an area. I think it's bottom floor. I don't remember which floor it was. At least not the lava floor. Where you can just go left and right for a very large area, and it's really nice to just walk on. It doesn't involve a lot of button presses. It's actually really nice. But as I said, because of Dratonire appearing here, or at least having a chance to, I chose Route 6. This event will last until the end of December 6th British time, because that is server time. That is GMT. If you want to know, let's say if you're in the US or you're in India or in Australia or something like that, and you do not know your time difference with Britain, just go to Google, type in British time or UK time, and just type that in Google. The first thing that should pop up is the time that it currently is in the UK, in Britain, and then you can just check on your computer or your watch or your laptop, whatever you're on, or maybe just on your watch, on your phone, what time it is for you, what time it is there. Oh, that's a 6-hour difference. Okay, I know it's a 6-hour difference. Let's say you're in East Coast US. I know that there's a 5-hour difference between Britain and East Coast of US. So midnight British time would be 7 in the evening on East Coast of US. So on December 6th, 7 in the evening Eastern US time, that is when the event will end. So maybe if you know your time difference with Eastern US, then you can calculate it from there. But I just gave you another option. And others, what is my time difference with GMT? Because that is what British time is as well. There's multiple ways to figure that out if you want to. But it ends midnight British time. If you're in Australia or in India or in Japan and you play this game, you can go into December 7th because it becomes December 7th for you before it becomes December 7th or it hit midnight of the end of December 6th in Britain. You can continue playing, you can continue searching. The chance of Arceus Fire being there still exists. It ends at the end of December 6th, British time. I will mostly be hunting outside of videos. As you know, sometimes I make pretty regular Vortex videos, and other times it's one video, maybe two in a month. Really depends on my mood for it. I've logged on daily. I forgot to log on the 2nd of December, so I missed that in the, I guess, the daily rewards. If I check my calendar on my dashboard, I missed the daily login for that, which is unfortunate, but it's not a huge deal. But I do like to still do that and then hunt for maybe 5 minutes, battle 1 or 2 trainers. That's sometimes what I'll do, or I'll literally just get the daily login and then not play Vortex. And then based on that, sometimes I just want to stream, sometimes I want to make videos, and sometimes I don't. And lately I've been busy with a lot of other things. I've wanted to play a lot of Pokemon Battle Revolution. You'll have noticed on my channel there's been a lot of Pokemon Battle Revolution lately, and still more to come. I've been streaming that around once a week, sometimes twice. A lot of videos from that coming in. Coliseum run-throughs with so many different teams, with standard OU teams, OU Pokemon, with really competitive teams, with singles and doubles, or a lot more gimmicky teams. I've worked on a few new ones that you'll get to see as well. The Gym Leader series it has started with the first 3 episodes live right now, and I believe the 4th one is I have planned to edit and upload for tomorrow. Gym Leader Erica from Celadon City Gym, where I made it in that series I take all the video game gym leaders, but make them use teams based on what they had in the anime. Now for Brock and Misty, they had more than 6 Pokemon total in the anime, and I had to choose between them. Lieutenant Surge only at least showed 1, which was Raichu. Erica has shown more. 3 used in the gym battle, and she owned quite a lot more. But if a gym leader, let's say Lieutenant Surge, doesn't have 6 Pokemon shown in the anime, then I look at some other sources that I can take Pokemon from that one I feel like makes sense for the character, but I also don't want to fully evolve everything. So he had an Electabuzz in the manga. The manga's one of the first few things I look at if I can't complete it with the anime team. He had an Electabuzz in the manga. I could evolve that into Electivire because Electivire exists in Gen 4, which is what Pokemon Battle Revolution is in. But I didn't give him one. I just give him what was shown in the anime, or in this case in the manga. Electabuzz was never shown to have evolved, so he has an Electabuzz. He had both a Magnemite and a Magneton, both a Voltorb and an Electrode in the manga. But I knew that I wanted one of Magnemite and Magneton, one of Voltorb and Electrode. I preferred not to repeat evolution lines. So if, let's say, Erica needed Gloom on her team, like I'll say, Erica will have a Gloom on her team, because that's her main Pokemon, the way I see it in the anime. But she also has, in her gym, a Vileplume and an Oddish. I didn't give her a Vileplume and an Oddish on her team. I just gave her Gloom. Now, I believe she has Blossom in her Gold, Silver, Crystal team. But as I said, I use the anime teams. I feel that would be an interesting thing, and Erica was never shown to have a Blossom in the anime. Maybe she did have one in later in the manga, but I prefer to mostly stick to the region that they're in. Then again, especially for the JoJo ones, I use a lot of Kanto Pokemon like Falconer having a Pidgeot, so I'm not that strict on it. But anyway, back to Lieutenant Surge. I wanted either Magnemite or Magneton and either Voltorb or Electrode. And I don't mind having some smaller Pokemon, like a Magnemite, like a Voltorb. A Brock used Marshtomp and Chansey. Those aren't fully evolved. Doesn't need to be, but even the smaller ones, like the Brock had a Geodude on his team. I just tried to make that Pokemon as competitive as possible. Misty had Goldeen on her team. And thanks to setting up Rain Dance with a different Pokemon, Goldeen was actually very competitive, and I think took out 2 Pokemon in that gym battle, which is really cool. So that's an added challenge for me. It also has me show off some different strategies, some different Pokemon that I don't often show off, which I like. And because I knew that one of the later gym leaders in Kanto, because I'd looked ahead already a bit in what I might choose for the other gym leaders, I knew one of the later gym leaders had a Voltorb as well. Let's see if you can tell me in the comments which gym leader, one of the first 8 gym leaders in Kanto. Well, anyone that's after Lieutenant Surge. So that's Erica, Koga, Sabrina, Blaine, Giovanni. Out of those 5, which one has a confirmed Voltorb in the anime? Now, don't look it up on Cerebi and Bulbapedia or something like that, but which one has a confirmed Voltorb? I knew that one of them did because I had looked it up. And I didn't remember from the top of my head, but once I read the Bulbapedia page, I definitely did remember. So I knew that gym leader would be getting a Voltorb, which meant I wasn't going to give a Voltorb to the Lieutenant Surge. Now, eventually there will be some repeats between gym leaders, and that's okay, especially if they have the same type specialty. But it's the same region, so, and I looked ahead, so I was like, alright, that other gym leader gets a Voltorb, that's Electrode, then for Lieutenant Surge, which means for Magnemite Magneton, that's just Magnemite to have the smaller version of that Pokemon. So then I had Raichu, Electabuzz, Magnemite, Electrode, and then I had 2 more options, and then sometimes I'd also look at Pokemon Origins, maybe Pokemon Generations, but preferably Origins, that I look at. I know one of the gym leaders in the second half, so Gym 5, 6, 7, 8, gets a Pokemon that I haven't been shown with in the anime, but he does have one in Origins. So they'll be using that Pokemon. And then you might remember some of the earlier sets of the Pokemon TCG. So you had Base Set, Jungle, Fossil, Team Rocket, I believe. And after that, I think became like Gym Series, Gym Challenge, something like that. There were 2 gym sets, which had Misty's Goldeen and Brock's Geodude, and Pokemon with an owner's name in front of it. And I suppose the creators of the TCG just imagine what if this person had this Pokemon. And some Pokemon were what they already owned, which makes sense with, for example, Lieutenant Surge having a Raichu. But others, they don't. Lieutenant Surge in the anime never had an Eevee. Yet there is a Lieutenant Surge's Eevee card and also a Lieutenant Surge's Jolteon card. Similarly, Lieutenant Surge has a Fearow card in the TCG. And based on that, I said, hey, there's a non-electric, a Fearow in there. I'll add that to Lieutenant Surge's team, have it a bit different. I don't often use a Fearow either, and it's a non-electric type. I think that would be interesting for the team. Immediately allows it to use some moves that the others don't, because the occasional Pokemon, like, let's say Jolteon, could learn Signal Beam via Move Tutor. But we can already get a bug move on Fearow from U-Turn. And then Fearow can also use a normal, like, Stab Return or Double Edge. And then a flying move in Drill Peck. The different type of Pokemon, different moves that I can learn, I thought that would be interesting for the team. And then I added Jolteon to finish it off. I thought that would be a nice end to the team. And then Erica has a completely different strategy as well. So what I intend to do, and I believe I've already put that in the description of the Brock video, is explain also where each of the Pokemon come from. So you might be like, huh, did Lieutenant Surge never had the Fearow? But then, once I've updated all of the descriptions, the description should say where each of those Pokemon were obtained, or where they used it. If it's a TCG card, or if it's from Pokemon Origins, or if it's from the anime. Especially if it's from the anime, then I'll say, oh, this character already had this Pokemon before they first came in, like Brock with Geodude and Onix. But with Onix, we now know that was a starter Pokemon. It was given to him by his dad on his 10th birthday. So I added that info. Geodude he just had before his first appearance. Chansey he got as a Peony, no, as an egg. Marshtomp he caught as a Mudkip in Hoenn. Fortress he caught in a Fastball as a Pineco in Johto, just outside of Azalea Town. What other Pokemon did I put in his team? Crobat. He caught it at a Zubat on his visit to Mount Moon. That's basically what I put in the description. So that is what I do with the other gym leaders sometime soon as well. Yeah, completely talked a lot about that series because I just really like doing that series, and the views have doing well. Pokemon Battle Revolution videos in general have got some good average views, better than what I'd had in the average before. I guess the fact that I upload daily now, and it's almost daily for Battle Revolution, does well with the YouTube algorithm too. So that I have that working with me. But the Gym Leader series, especially, like they had a little bit extra of a boost in views, which I do like, which means people watch, people enjoy it, people are looking forward to it. Um, I don't get too many comments, which isn't necessary. You don't have to place a comment, like if you watch the videos. But I do like the interactivity. I do like to have that feedback. And like on Twitch live streams, you get the instant feedback from the chat. You don't immediately get that for YouTube videos. But I do like to see the occasional comments, like what people think of it. Even if they have like constructive feedback, if they would like to see a change or something. So if you watch the Battle Evolution videos and like the stuff you'd like to see or stuff you just enjoy, just let me know in the comments. I'm just interested to hear what the people that watch that, if you watch it sometimes, if you watch it all the time, what your favorite bits of it are. Let me know in the comments. Like, can be in this video, but preferably just on the Battle Evolution videos themselves. Let me know what you think of them, because I'm interested to hear. And back to Pokemon Vortex. Unfortunately, I haven't found an Arceus Fire yet, unless during my talk I was totally not paying attention to the Pokemon and there was one. I hope not, otherwise you all will all point it out in the comments, probably. That's going to be it for the video for today. I didn't find an Arceus Fire, but as I said, there are, when this video premieres, over 48 hours remaining to go and find it. Good luck yourself if you are looking for an Arceus Fire. Let me know in the comments how many of them have you maybe already found, considering this has already been going on for almost 48 hours. Let me know, and I'll see you next time. And make sure you always remember that you are worth it. Goodbye.